So we are going to.
We can do quickly, as far as the vocabulary.
Yeah, vocabulary is pretty easy, right? So we are not will not take many times. So the next concrete. Okay. His plan is not concrete enough. And next one, this phrase is a little bit important. The turn of the century. So those artists want to do something new for the turn of the century in the textbook, right? And next, primitive means original. So primitive people. Yeah, primitive people means the human beings, the ancient human beings, maybe lived in the cave. So often lived in cave. Yeah, right. Okay, next. Yeah, and impress. The word maybe is not very familiar, so I give you the impressive, the adjective. Yeah, so the woman expressed me most unfavorably. Okay. Next, fill in. Okay, fill in the blanks. So yeah, fill in the blanks. And spontaneity. So it is maybe also unfamiliar to you. So I give you another one, spontaneous adjective. Yeah. So the work is simple and has a childlike spontaneity. And preview question. So the first one was which description below about abstract art is incorrect? Incorrect. Okay. So this one is 75% correct. Okay. So the answer was B. Okay. Abstract art.
With B?
Yeah. Sorry.
What's wrong with B?
Abstract art is created in late 19th century. Yeah, good. It is right, but how come it didn't come from Africa, right? Remember? It is a French artist. 去前面.
It was basically the French European artists who are influenced by, right, or influenced by African tribal art. So that's why it is wrong.
Yeah, remember?
So one thing to remember, right? So this is easy to know, easy to remember.
So and next, the last question is more difficult, and is the most difficult one. And what are not the typical features of abstract art? And this question is only 20% correct.
So only 1/4 the students got this one right.
Yeah. So the correct answer was B. Always about the simple form of a realistic sense or object. It is not the typical features. Typical, yeah. Okay.
Type, right, yeah, type. 类别是 type. But when it comes to 形容词变成 typical.
Okay.
Typical features of abstract art. Yeah. So Yuqian, what's wrong with? So A is correct then, right?
Yeah.
So why? So Yuqian, why is A correct? For example, in scenario, you can just speak in Chinese if that's what. So why? A 为什么正确呢? So when we go back to the Sinesio, 老年将至, right? The picture done by Paul Klee. Do we have A? In the picture by Paul Klee, do we have A? In this picture by Paul Klee, right? Do we have A? Remember that, childlike, the face of an old man, right? Sinesio, which means 老年将至, right? So, Yalen, can you go back to Sinesio, the picture by by Paul Klee? Do we have 3 dimensions and the shadows? Yes or no? 争议 yes or no？No. Okay. Why? Yeah. Look at this one, right? So do we have 3 dimension? What is 3 dimension 争议？长宽高 right? 长宽 do we have 长宽高 in this painting? 3 dimension. Okay, so yes, you got it, right? We don't have 3 dimension. Well, no, at this point, Yalan, you have to believe this, okay? There's no 3 dimension in this painting, okay? There's this, you got it, Chongyi got it right. The picture looks very flat. 我们说这个世界是平的了哈，因为是全球化的时代，对不对？所以这个单字是不是 flat？ 还有什么东西是 flat？ 平的 ，OK？ 所以 the table, the desk, the surface of the desk is flat, right? So one thing that's typical about abstract art, there's no 3 dimension, and is there a shadow? Is there a shadow? Maybe. If we believe this is an abstract art, okay, there should be no shadows, right? So I'm sorry, this is art. This is art, okay. So there's no shadow, there's no 3 dimensions. So is that right? So by saying that, that means this is abstract art. However, don't you? 有没有人不同意？美瑜 would you disagree? 伟如 would you disagree? Because you do see the difference. Can we also say, however, 我们学了这么多嘛，强烈的明暗对比，英文怎么说？亚伦。
High contrast.
Wonderful. So tell me, Yalan, is there also a high contrast of dark and light?
No.
No. Okay. 标准答案。Okay, I take it. Okay, so there's no strong light, contrast of light and dark. But don't you see, Jiashen, there's also a sense of movement. Remember the 4 squares. 记不记得？You were saying it is depressing. Remember, which is called 记不记得那个4个 square 可以是往前的，也可以是往后的。记不记得？他说叫 arithmetic movement. Do you know which I'm talking about, referring to? There's a sense of progression, or 婉婷最后怎么说？经济萧条 regression， 对不对，婉婷 ？Right. So do you see the same thing here? 崇义 you see that this surface, okay, is flat. But can I also say there's a sense of movement? Yes or no? Is there, Yawen? We say there's no sense of high contrast of light and dark, but I would also argue, no, there is. Maybe I'm making you dizzy, huh? No, there is. Would someone agree with me? Zhen Yi, would you agree with me? When we say 有强烈的明暗对比哈 when we learn that, okay, who are the artists that we're referring to? We're referring to 来最厉害的那个人 Caravaggio, 对不对？记不记得 The Convergence of St. Paul 雅文记不记得？因为有一个 incredible miracle that happened to Paul, right? Okay, he was a non-believer, but then he turned and believed to God. So to show that drama, remember, and also that sense of mystery, right? Okay, Caravaggio, the Italian artist, 记不记得那张画 remember? Okay, to show that incredible mystery and the drama and the miracle by strong contrast of light and dark. 记不记得伟如？我们学到那个片语哈，强烈的明暗对比。And then Caravaggio is so important, so because 西班牙画家 Las Meninas 有没有记不记得？还有那个美国画家做那个 operation 的，记不记得？冯文那个 operation 好可怕，那个太太哭，是不是？哈 ，We say there's a strong sense also light contrast of light and dark. Remember the art name of artist? 克劳斯诊所 In the clinic, there is an operation going on. Remember that? Okay, so in there we also see the strong contrast of light and dark. Strong contrast of light and dark. Can I argue? All of you, okay, there is also a strong contrast of light and dark. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes! I'm making you all dizzy. 这个人很特别哦，这个叫做 Paul Klee 的人，有没有美瑜？学那个艺术的时候啊，他真的很特别。It's very 崇义 ，You are very right. It's flat, right? It's flat. Okay, but then don't you agree? Maybe especially you who have right, read or studied or working on art more so than everyone else in this class, because she is sick today and Yingzhe, I have no clue where he is now. Okay, but she emailed Yuxuan that she's sick, she's not feeling comfortable today, so that's why she's not here. Zhenyi, would you agree you have no background, professional background in art? Is there a sense of movement? 有没有这样觉得 that somehow is moving? Yes or no? No. So that's why, see, she's shaking her head. Okay, Jiashen, would you agree with me? You don't think so? Okay, so that Chongyi, you are right. It's flat. But I think, Jia Mei, I'm turning all of you crazy, huh? Because Paul Klee is really special. You have to remember the name, okay? In Taiwan, he's being translated as Ke Li, but he is perhaps very difficult, not perhaps, very difficult, very philosophical, and also very musical in his art. I don't know how much more you would go on to explore art in the future, but if you do in the future go to any museums, okay, do remember him, Paul Klee. He's very, very special, okay, but due to the limit of time. So what I'm trying to do is, Yaen, can you go back to the preview question? It's really the limitation of exams, okay? I'm giving you this definitional answer, 标准答案, standard questions, okay? But Paul Klee does not fit into all of them, okay? So I'm making you easy. But anyway, so let's move on, okay? This one. So in other words, okay, now I'm turning into Chinese, okay, to give you sort of a 标准答案, By definition, abstract art does not employ, use, make use of, okay, adopt, okay, 3 dimensions. There's no 3 dimensions. There's no depth, feelings of depth. 记不记得景深刘嘉生 you gave the report on proportion. So that's a definition. And also, it doesn't show because there's no 景深, so there's no sense of shadow. Remember the sense of shadow or light that's reflected in the kitchen maid. 记不记得光从窗户进来，然后 the reflection of the light, especially on the tip of that picture, okay, especially on the milk. Remember that shows. And in the corner, 记不记得she's pouring the milk, 对不对 In the corner underneath the table, there's a shadow. 记不记得那张画 kitchen maid? You see the use of the feelings of depth and also the contrast between light and dark to indicate, to suggest, okay, to represent a seemingly 3-dimensional space, which is the kitchen. Do you remember? And that is where the kitchen maid is doing her daily chore, and that is pouring the milk. So that's shadow. That's where shadow comes from. But in abstract art, okay, presumably there's no use of shadow. 这是标准答案哈。Because in my personal interpretation, I argue that Paul Klee in Sinesio, however, does the opposite. You have to think about that, okay? Because within the limited time, okay, I can only give you 标准答案型的东西。So according to 标准答案, this is right. This is correct. 这样子美云有懂我在干什么吗？于倩 ，No, you're unattended. So this is the 标准答案, right? So what's that? Colors seldom being blended with other colors. No, because we see Paul Klee, there are many blending, 对不对？所以再来这个单词又碰到了，对不对 ？I want you to go away from the class knowing the word blending. 我们要在一个多元化的社会，为什么 we blend with people? In the past, we many times say we mix with people， 是不是 ？We blend with people. OK， 再来 ，always presented OK， 好，这个是什么？大家都对了。
The fourth question was, how do audience know the depth of the painting in abstract art since there is no shadow and 3 dimensions? So yeah, the teacher said it's very correct. In the next question, yeah. So in the objects, and the correct answer was B. by analyzing the object in the background, which is often smaller than the one in foreground.
That's exactly okay what you're doing, Wei Jie and Jiashi way back in terms of proportion. Remember? Okay, let's move on.
Yeah,
I'm turning
next.
you all into.
And 5, I forgot to put the
Oh yeah,
percent.
that's fine.
Sorry, but I remember this question is 62.5% correct.
So still, lots of people got this one right.
Yeah, good. So which statement below is incorrect about Senecio, the mask by Pocoli?
以前 it's a Senecio 刚刚那张头像的画片哈，是不是一个 painting about an old man? Yes or no? 以前。可是他不是有说他像小孩子一样吗 ？Remember childlike spontaneity？ 其实 Pocoli 就是这么好玩哦，他没有办法 concrete。你可以说他是一个老人，可是你也可以说刚刚那个头像是个小孩子，懂吗？懂吗？好，然后再来。美玉 ，The old man looks actually like a child. Yes or no? 也许不应该用 actually 吧，哈，应该说 The old man looks also like a child. 它就是有一个讲不清楚的地方 ，Am I right? It is Senecio 老年将至 so is a old man, but also the picture itself, right? If without the title, it looks also like a child. Would you agree? 美玉。课本上有2个讨厌的字哈 ，childlike 这已经很800年前就学会了，后面那个字天真自然的怎么讲的？谁记得？伟杰记不记得 ？Spontaneity 那个就是一辈子不会用到的字哈。But 婉婷 ，Do you remember that word? Spontaneity, you should, right? 因为在高中一定有学过。好，他说什么 ？There's no shading or blending color in the painting。这个是怎么样？洪文，这个对还错 ？C。刚刚我们讲老年将至那张画 ，is this correct or incorrect？ 错哈，所以我要你们特别记住这2个字哈。阴影对不对？它其实有 shadow 哦，嘿嘿嘿。然后呢，它有颜色混在一起，有没有那张画？有哦哈。这2个是很好的英文单字哈，而且不难。Spontaneity 听起比较难记，对不对？你要念设计的，是不是哈？可是这2个字哈就很容易，一定要记 shading， 把它混在一起产生了那个色差，对不对？好，然后呢 blending 是一样的，就是混在一起，对不对？我们的听起啊要去念那个设计嘛，对不对？好 ，OK， 好，接下来一个，你念。
The painting is composed of geometrical shapes.
咬人对不对？因为它跟 geometry 有关。The painting is composed of geometrical shapes. 刚刚那个老人的头像里头有几何图像 ？Yeah. Easy, right? You have composed. So everything okay. 可是只有 C 错，这个是 PQ. Got it? This is very simple, right? 雨谦 you got it. Okay. Then do we have another one?
Yeah. Next. No.
No.
There,
and then.
Yeah. Sorry. What makes Senecio abstract? Yeah. So the answer was D. Above
all of them, right?
Yeah.
So what's the percentage of correctness?
75%.
Also, you all got this, right? So
Yeah.
this is according to the book abstract painting. Okay, and then.
And then
So.
Next one. So So we are going to introduce the concept map. Depends on the only in chapter 10. So
Sorry, I cannot erase this. That's okay.
So my partner will introduce another one concept map. Maybe later, yeah. So this concept map is only in chapter 10. And so in the beginning, we know abstract and to branch many different way. So abstract is inspired by what? By primitive art and African mask, remember? And also a Japanese wood print, okay? And the abstract is what? Is not realistic, not concrete, not practical and it's a summary. Yeah. Okay. And next, abstract is discovered in 19th century, and is
By
French.
French.
Yeah, by French. Oh, okay. By French.
Artists.
Okay. Yeah, by French
so
artists.
if you can do this, if you can learn CM, okay, you can put everything in perspective, in context.
Okay. And the example of abstract art was the three paintings, right? The example of paintings. The Great Wave of Kanagawa and Senecio and Me and the Moon.
But then he poses an interesting question. 加深，他说神奈川巨浪也是一个抽象画。Would you agree? This is a very good question. 争议 Would you agree? 神奈川巨浪 The Great Wave of Kanagawa, is that an abstract painting? Yes or no? 美瑜 Would you agree? What does that mean? A little bit. 哦，为什么？呀，他其实大家都知道，对，很讨厌要讲英文。
他没有什么光影，而且他那个
没有光影，你看美术系的背景的就马上讲出来了，是不是没有光影？我刚刚只会翻译英文啊，说没有影子，没有 shadow。
但是他就是比较多去想象，他的那个浪跟船的那个比例有点过于夸张。
对，呀，过于夸张，对，他用了很多的线条，对不对？可是事实上又很奇怪。So in a way, 争议 you are right, it's not realistic. But also it's also realistic, isn't it? Because we see clearly there are 3 boats, there is also the Mount Fuji. 有没有？所以好有趣哦，它又非常的写实，可是呢又非常的夸张，非常的不写实。哪有浪是那个样子 ？Right？ 那谁比较写实 ？In comparison， 那个迎风而上的那个美国画家，记不记得3个男孩子一样的在船里头？那个就比较写实了，对不对？所谓的写实哈，呀 ，OK， 好，所以好好玩哦。我很惊讶哈，他说这张画 The Great Wave of Kanagawa， but according to 美瑜 is right, it's not an abstract, it is an abstract painting. Number 1, there's no shadow， 对不对 ？And number 2, the wave 的画法哈，记不记得那个 foam 那个泡沫了，对不对？浪的最上面。我们会用英文一个字怎么讲？我们说笔触啊，笔，水彩笔是 brush， 对不对？那笔触要怎么讲？好痛苦哦 ，brush work， 嘿，挺起，这是跟你的学习有关，来设计哈。那个画浪怎么画？英文要怎么讲 ？The wave work，the wave， 我就那整个他画那个大浪啊 ，the great wave， 对不对？好 ，of Kanagawa 那个 wave 整个被画出来，是不是很奇怪？太夸张了，是不是？刚刚美瑜讲的哈，所以呢，你可以用这些英文就是用接龙式的。The wave work is not realistic. You never see any wave like that. However, in contrast, the wave that we see in Raising Up by the American realist artist， 记不记得那个人的名字？台湾 ，you don't have to remember him. Okay, is 像 photographic， 是不是？像 photographic 一样。Okay, so that's interesting. 谢谢你那个谁 ，The Great Wave of Kanagawa is abstract. 听起有没有 ？It's abstract. 哇，好有趣哦。好 ，Me and the Moon 当然是非常的 abstract 了，是不是 ？Me and the. So this is a wonderful. I don't remember the Chinese translation. Okay, the English title of the painting is The Great Wave of Kanagawa. Is abstract painting. Wow, that's wonderful. It never occurs to me. It never occurs to me. I think it's realistic. Okay, so thank you, Ray. Wow, your major is in chemistry, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he really talks so much about art. I'm so excited. So please finish. Please continue. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And then we have to speed up. So,
yeah, we have to speed up.
Yeah, Senecio and the author was Paul Klee. Okay, it's a multiple type, and the mood is spontaneity. And me and the moon, sorry, not the author, is the artist, was author Dove. And the mood is mysterious and strange.
Okay, so now, thank you. Let's give Ray a big hand, a big round of applause. Okay. So remember that difficult, impossible job that he did, the first presentation that he did, which is on the very short film. 美术史3分钟，记不记得 ？Remember that film that he talked about? And he basically, gave us everything he could. So this today he gave us also wonderful, and also the CM that he does really well. So Ray, I'm so happy for you. But by the way, 他打羽毛球冠军，亚军哈，是不是 Ray? He won the second place of the collegiate 大学校际之间的badminton ball tournament for chemistry majors in Taiwan about maybe 2 weeks ago. That's why he was absent. Okay, because I'm the teacher, so I keep the absence. So that's very good. But before we go on to the review, okay, so I will give you the final last minute, okay.